Hello, and you are listening to Questboard, a podcast where we make up random side quests. My name is Brandon.
And I'm Tiffany. And just so you know, we are not professional writers in any way, shape, or form. So we just like tabletop RPGs, and we do this for fun.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're a couple of idiots. So I think with that disclaimer out of the way, how about we find out what we're actually doing this episode? You got dice?
I got them. 55.
55?
55.
On the next page. Oh, okay.
Oh.
This is going to be a flamboyant episode.
Oh, no.
It starts in all caps saying, Bard Extraordinaire. Art is purest expression of the soul, and no one expresses themselves more eloquently than Clover Salvatore, the hottest bard to grace the realm. The Golem Guardian's newspaper has called him a fresh voice. Clever Salvatore will wow your tavern with his genre-bending style and his witty lyrics. A star in the making. Send a pigeon and book him in now.
Oh, this isn't a quest. This is an ad.
Yeah. Why this table included an ad?
Okay.
Okay. I think last episode I said this is gonna be really hard for us to do something with it. Or no, that was the Glare Bear episode. Whatever. This is way harder.
Well, yeah, because it's not a quest. It gives us nothing aside from, hey, hire me, please.
Yeah. How do we... Oh, okay. Let me think.
Yeah, I know. Gotta
a bard... Talking out. A bard wants to get hired. He even puts his review from the Golem Guardian newspaper, which, thank God, we don't have to think of names right now.
I know, we even get the name for the bard.
I know, it's super nice, but we could easily choose his race. Send a pigeon and book him in now. How does that trigger anything?
I mean, what if, so let's say the party is like, oh, hey, I kind of want to hear what this guy sounds like. Why don't we hire him to come play a gig? Or maybe the game master could, what's the word I'm thinking of? Preface? I don't know.
Preface?
Yeah, I think. I don't know anymore.
Again, we're dumb.
Have another, maybe sort of quest where they're at a tavern with no bard, and the tavern keep is like, oh man, I wish we had someone. And then they can later find this ad and be like, oh hey, bar person needed bard. Let's make that connection. Maybe get a reward out of it.
Okay. I know this is our podcast and we make the rules. But, okay, so is the only way we can make this into a quest is if we have to construct a quest in which this is a possible solution?
Yeah, I think. I don't know if it's the only way. It's what I've got right now. So this isn't necessarily the quest. It's the solution to the quest. Do you want to build the quest that leads to it?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's do we want that? Or because all the previous ones we've had was this is reading this, the job posting board is what starts the quest.
Yeah.
But this is a midpoint thing.
Yes, it is a midpoint. But we could still run with it.
Okay, we'll try this out. I don't know how well this is going to go.
So let's start with it wasn't a job posting. It's just some innkeeper or someone needs a bard. They're willing to pay the party members to go out and find, a good bard. Not just anyone.
If he needs, the tavern keeper needs a bard, but then this will probably be posted at his tavern.
Not necessarily. Maybe it's only posted in big cities and this is a small city tavern.
Oh wait, I think I have an idea.
Oh.
What if what if the party's doing a heist or something else? Because I don't want to do double heist, back-to-back heist episodes. But let's say placement holder, it's a heist.
Mm-hmm.
And they need extravagant distraction. So they hire him to play in the town square and cause a huge uproar and commotion. It's basically he is the distraction. You hire him for a major distraction.
That would be a very good distraction, especially if the city guards and stuff didn't know he was going to be there, and suddenly he shows up and starts playing. A crowd forms.
It's secret spontaneous concert.
Flash mob.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
So you hire a flash mob to distract the guards.
Well, no, you hire a bard for this famous bard
Well, yes.
for just a surprise concert, and that causes a huge uproar.
Perfect.
I mean, well,
That's not
okay, what?
necessarily the whole quest, but
Yeah, I mean, what would we do other than a heist that will require like a extravagant distraction?
so here's a fun thought. Going all the way back, kind of starting fresh here. What if getting the bard work is the quest? Like, you find this ad, but it is like old. It's been there for a long time. And out of the goodness of your hearts, you decide to contact the bard, and he's kind of like, or she, like down and out, don't know what to do. No one wants to hire them, but they play really good music.
Well, side note though, I think Clover is a male name.
Necessarily. It can be either, but
It could be a well. Okay, in my head, it sounds more like a male name. Anyways,
well, Clover's a guy now.
sorry, I already limited you on that one.
No, it's fine. I just didn't want to just assume right away, but Clover can be a guy.
Oh, what if? Okay, what if? Let's go with your original one, where it's just like a bartender or barkeep, like the owner of the tavern's looking for work,
Yeah.
and they see this posting, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let's say that the bard shows up and it's like these are obviously fabricated like sales pitches and the guy's terrible.
Oh no, not a bad bard.
So at least that one is like in the beginning kind of thing instead of like a midpoint for like a huge distraction for a heist or something like that.
I do have another idea.
Okay, what's your idea?
Same setup you just said, right up to the point where like the barkeep sends a it said pigeon, right?
Well, it's like the last thing is like send a pigeon and book him in now.
Yeah. So okay, sends a message of some sort somehow. However, your world deals with sending messages. I've played in a world that sends seagulls.
Oh, that actually sounds awesome.
Yeah, I know. We talk about tweeting all the time. It's great. But then the quest becomes the bard's too afraid to travel out in the wilds on his own. You have to go get him. So the barkeep's like, hey, so I've hired this bard, but he doesn't have anyone to escort him here, and it's too dangerous to go out into the wild on his own. So I'd like to hire you guys to escort. Escort mission. Yay.
Oh my god. Okay. If we go with that, we could combine the whole like he's terrible thing,
Yes.
or we could do where he is the most annoying companion of
Oh,
all
yes.
so
Yes.
it would be like a week's journey, and every day he will cause some mischief.
That's the
He will
reason.
hinder the party so much on the travel back.
That's the reason he doesn't have anyone to escort him, because everyone where
That's why he never
currently
gets
is,
bookings.
yeah, but everyone where he currently is already knows how annoying he is, so no one wants to escort him. Oh, okay, yes.
Okay, so are we gonna do the annoying rock star? Which I think that's like based off of the movie like Give 'Em to the Greek.
I don't know this reference.
Okay, I think that one has like Jonah Hill and that one British actor that dated / married Katy Perry. I can't think of his name right now. So do we do that annoying actual talented musician that's full of himself, or do we do the incompetent just he's really bad and they have to make him good by the time that they get back to the tavern?
I feel like that's asking too much of the party to make him good by the time they get there. What are they going to do? Help him practice? Are any of them bards? Do they know anything about music?
Well, it could be also like a self-confidence thing, or is that like way too peachy? Well, you know what? The annoying guy is funnier.
Yes.
Okay.
And maybe the game master has to roll a die to see what terrible thing happens that day because the bard is annoying.
Okay.
Like maybe one night he trips over the cooking pot and puts out the whole fire and everyone's food just gets messed up.
No,
because
it's
of him.
like no, I'm thinking like he demands that they make food for him, and then when he gets it, he's like it'll be like soup or something like that. And he's like, oh, this tastes like crap, and throws it onto the fire and puts out the fire.
Nice.
Or like he just makes noise, or like have scenarios where it's just like the party could avoid like an encounter, but he's too noisy.
Yes.
And he causes their presence to be known.
Mm-hmm. And they can't do anything about him because they can't be like, screw it, we don't want this guy, because they're getting a big payout for this. And if they want that money, they gotta escort him. They gotta get him there.
Okay. Well, we already have his name.
Yes. Clover Salvatore.
Salvatore. Yes.
Is it Salvatore or Salvatore?
Torre. Tore.
Yeah, I know. Is that how you pronounce it, though?
I don't know. Again, I'm dumb.
Let us know if we have mispronounced this name.
Okay, I'll spell out for everyone. Clover is spelled Clover. Salvatore, Salvatore.
No idea.
I know. We're going to say Salvatore.
Yeah.
Um,
Or just call him Clover from now on because we know how to pronounce that one.
Clovey boy. Okay. So I think it's you get this quest in the beginning would be just barkeep or slash tavern owner, like, hey, do you want a job or anything like that? And it's like, I just hired someone. And one of his job postings is on the board right here, which they can read that word for word.
Yep.
It's like I sent him a booking, but I got a message back that says, hey, you need to provide escort in order for me to perform there. That's a part of your duties. Also, a list of other, like, here could be one of the signs of like how bad this person's gonna be. He's just like, yeah, he demanded like a room in the inn with like 3 pillows on the bed, double lined sheets, like all those like, okay, what would his demands be for like while staying at the inn?
Best room at the end.
Oh yeah, it has to be best room in the inn.
Gourmet meals. Access to the bathing areas at all times. And while he's in there, they are closed to the public. Someone to wait on him hand and foot. Like, one of the serving girls or guys would be assigned to him at all times. Not allowed to wait on anyone else.
Okay, now I think it's making it a little bit too obvious. I don't know if we wanted to make it obvious or just like.
Oh no, we don't have to
it.
tell all of that. That can just be his demands once he gets there.
No, I'm talking about like the barkeep saying some of like his demands as like a hint, like the subtle hints.
Yeah.
Where it's just like when the party finally meets him and encounters him and has to deal with him, they're like,
Slightly
oh,
forewarned.
yeah, this is why he was asking for this crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like those. I like to add those subtle hints. That's like once they realize, then like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, so everyone they talk to about him makes the same face that all of the characters in Soul Eater make when anyone mentions Excalibur.
Yes. that okay, in the city that they find him and they ask where he is.
It's like, hey, we're here to meet up with a bard named Clover. Instant, we're like, just, oh, that guy face.
And every time, like, there could be a couple of people, it's like, when they say his name, they spit on the ground. It's like some people do that.
And if any of you don't know what face I'm talking about, just Google Excalibur and you'll most likely see someone making the face.
Well, Soul Eater Excalibur. Because if you just type in Excalibur, it's just going to pop up the sword.
Or the hotel.
Or, wow, I thought of the sword before the hotel.
I thought of the sword first because I thought of the
We're
sword from
nerds. We think of the sword first.
Yeah.
But, okay. He has unreasonable demands. The party, let's say a week of travel.
Do you think he wouldn't walk on foot, would he? He would have a carriage.
Oh, but no, he would. Oh, okay. The party would go on foot, right? Because most parties do.
Parties on foot.
Yeah. When they get there, he's like, "Oh, you're my escort? Okay, let's go." And they're like, "Okay, let's go." He's like, "Where's your carriage?"
How'd you
like,
get here?
Excuse me?
Better yet,
where's
like
your carriage?
Like when he first meets him, it's like, "So where's the rest of your crew?"
Oh yes, that is the line that pisses so many people off.
Is it just, I thought you were the servants?
I thought you were here to send the message.
And he will only speak to the most noble looking member in the party. Like if there's a barbarian, he probably won't even talk to them.
Oh no, he's like, okay, who's the leader of this?
Yeah,
and
then
he will only speak to them. And even like when someone asks him this question, he's like, "Tell your help that."
Oh yes.
And anytime he does something like something happens that he dislikes, he like clicks his tongue.
Oh yes, that. Did you just click your tongue at me? Hey now.
Oh god. Oh, we're making the most horrible person ever.
Yes, and like he wears only silk. Everything is silk. He is fabulous, by the way.
And if during any point of this week travel, he gets dirt on any of his clothes.
Oh, heaven forbid. Oh, he probably has an entire trunk of new clothes that he does change periodically throughout the day because he can't go an entire day wearing just one outfit. I've actually known people like this.
Really?
My sister.
Oh, wow. Wait, toss your sister under the bus.
She used to be. Now she's a lot better, but You know, you used to wear multiple outfits in a day. If
She,
you ever listen to this,
I'm like, does she listen to this?
I don't know. She might. Love you, sis.
Okay, so he does. Okay, I think we pretty much like the rest of the thing is just us making funny encounters
Yes.
that could happen throughout the day or the
Mhm.
entire trip, and then once they get back, then it's just job is done. It's a very linear kind of thing,
Yes. So like
but
maybe I don't know, on the first day it's not quite so bad. He's kind of just fidgety all day long, constantly demanding, I don't know, a snack or a pit stop and just makes
well,
progress
I
that
think the
day
first
really
one
slow.
is he forces the party to either rent or buy a wagon slash carriage.
Yes, and they actually have to go find it.
Yes. He's like, this is part of you escorting me.
If they already have one, then he wants something better.
Oh, yeah. If they have
Hmm.
one, he will think it's too shabby and he demands a nicer one.
Yes, and if you already have a nicer
Okay.
one, then
Did
he
you,
would begrudgingly ride in it.
did you did you ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog as a kid?
Oh my yes.
Oh my
That
yes.
show is
Wow.
amazing.
Okay, the episode where
Sorry.
Muriel goes into a twister and becomes a kid.
Oh, yes.
More
More
macaroni.
macaroni.
More cheese. Less
Less.
macaroni.
I hate
Perfect.
macaroni and cheese.
Splat. I hate macaroni and cheese. That okay. We have to
I was
base his entire personality on that scene.
I was gonna bring that up earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt you. Yes, his entire personality is that level of I want this, no, I want that, but I hate this. Oh, I don't want that actually. I just said so.
Oh, oh god, it's gonna be amazing.
Hmm. So really, just the whole quest is gonna be putting up with the most annoying person in the world to make
This is purely for the joy of the DM.
hopefully a decent amount of money. This is the kind of quest you give your party if they're being little butts.
Well,
If
no,
you want to punish them.
no. Because all they would do is just like if they were an evil campaign or evil players or murder hobos, they'll just kill him and then just not cash in the reward.
That's
This
true.
has to go through in order for the full satisfaction for the game master himself, him or herself. It has to be where the party is good and they know that they can't kill an innocent person because they're a jerk.
Right. Or the party is like so strapped for cash right now, they need this to work. And they can't just tie him up and carry him because then he will be like angry or something and
He
probably
will
not.
refuse to play when he gets there.
Yeah. So he would say something along the lines of like, I can't believe you hired these barbarians to carry me like a sack of wheat.
Yeah, so that is out of the picture. They would get no reward because he wouldn't perform.
Yeah. So beforehand, I believe the barkeep would definitely give out the warning. Remember, you are acting on behalf of my tavern. Anything you do will reflect.
Oh no, it'll be like the tavern owner could be like, "This is like we need this to save our tavern. It's going out of business. We need this kind of like publicity in order
Yes.
to like draw in more customers."
Yes.
This is like a this is like a rundown tavern where it's like they're tossing their last Hail Mary sports reference that you don't know.
Hey, no, I know that one.
Okay.
And
Uh,
honestly, that's a biblical reference or a Catholic reference, I think.
I don't know football. That's all I know.
Hail Mary is a prayer.
Okay. Um. So yeah, it's like the tavern owner needs him to perform because
Yes.
it's like he is
Would
someone who's actually famous and all that stuff. Like the people love him, like the common people. It's just the tavern owners, business owners that hire him hate him.
How would he react to seeing the tavern though if it's on its last legs?
Ooh, that is a good question.
So let's say it was once a great tavern and it still is beautiful, but it's not as popular as it used to be.
Okay. Yeah, that would still work if like it's like even like when they pick up Clover, he's like, "Oh, I've heard of this extravagant inn or tavern
Yeah.
or anything like that."
It used to be very well known.
Like it's a historical like tavern, but it's just like
Historical, if
over
you want.
time, it's just not enough people have been coming, and so the owners just trying to rejuvenate the public interest.
There's a new tavern down the street that's stealing all the business.
Yeah, it's like
Something along those
it's
lines.
fancy Hooters.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, yeah, they have like saucier winches.
They definitely would. They would probably hire them based on bust size.
Yeah, and that's how they're driving them out of business.
Yeah.
You gotta adapt to the times, man.
Yeah. Or bring in a really good bard and just get the
That's what
clientele
he's
that
hoping
doesn't care
for.
about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, what happens if like okay, this might sound bad, but what happens if afterwards he performs all that stuff and then you hear that he goes over to that one because he likes busty women?
Or what if he doesn't? What if he goes over there and turns his nose up at them and that's what makes everyone realize, wait, that other bar is better?
No, that's the whole him performing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I thought it would
Well,
be just
yeah,
a funny thing if like the party hears rumors of like, oh, it's still closed because he likes
Aw.
busty women, goes over there, and in order to like enjoy the free drinks and all that stuff, he performs there because he just wants to enjoy like the busty wenches. And
I
then
just imagine him sitting in a booth surrounded by women.
yeah, it's like he's obsessed with like that kind because that is the extravagant rocker life kind of thing. And so then at the end, it's like, oh yeah, the bar's like that tavern still closes because of it.
But he still pays you.
No, no, it all happens. This is just like through
Yeah.
happenstance at the end, like through rumors and all that stuff. Or
Yeah.
if they
So
ever,
like that one night is booming. They're like, yes, this is enough to bring us back from, going out of
yeah,
business.
the tavern owner's super happy and all that stuff. But then if they ever
And
come back like several weeks later, or they just hear rumors like, oh yeah, they closed. Because right
awful.
afterwards, that Clover just went over to the Hooters, fancy Hooters,
Yep.
and just like I don't know if like that would piss off the party more, but it's just like they got paid.
Yep. They got paid. That's what most parties care about.
Yeah,
They
but
get the
it'll
money
just
in
be
that.
funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the beginning, we got the end,
And we got the after the end too.
and we got the post-credit scene. Now we need just a bunch of funny random scenarios that he would screw up on.
How about they're traveling through the forest and they see a really cute animal hanging out on the side of the road or something. And the whole party's just like, "Aw, look at it. It's so cute." And Clover, being Clover, sees it and very loudly starts being like, "Oh my gosh, it's a wild animal. Get it. Get it." And in doing so attracts a much more dangerous creature because he sounds like a wounded animal.
Okay, to build off that one, what if he sees like a cute little white bunny
Aw.
and he's like, I must have that as a scarf.
Oh, you
And
monster.
then if the party says no, he'll get out of the carriage and say, I won't move from this spot until you give me that fur.
Nice.
And we'll
What's to
do
stop
this.
them from just picking him up and carrying him?
Well, then he refused to play when he gets there.
That's true. He could probably throw a tantrum.
And he could
At the
always,
beginning.
every time like they try to fight back, he will always threaten like, I won't perform there.
Yeah, he will always like anytime they start to be like, "Oh, I'll make you." He's like, "Then I will not perform."
Yep. And so,
can't make
like, the party knowing that he has to perform in order for them to get paid,
Mhm.
then is just like hunting down this small rabbit, this cute little
And-
rabbit. And then the rabbit runs away. That leads to a
Yeah.
bigger fight.
Much bigger rabbit with big teeth and red eyes.
Oh, God. And then you need the holy hand grenade.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I had a thought. It's gone.
I'm sorry.
It'll come back later.
Hopefully. Okay, that's one scenario.
I remembered it. He could also threaten to drag their names through the mud, so they'll never be hired again.
Oh,
Since he is
he'll write a song.
Famous. Yeah, since he is famous, he could either make them famous too, or make them infamous and never be able to be hired again. That could be like sort of a deciding factor as to why they're going along with this.
I think the threat of pay will get them to comply. If like you
initially.
reiterate that it's like he has to play in order for you to get paid
Mhm.
because it's the tavern's last leg and all that stuff. But then that's when Clover threatens always to not play so that the party knows that they won't get paid if he don't play. But then
Right.
he could also threaten to just like based off the how negative they treat him, then he will write a bad song or not.
But if they're nice to him and protect him through the whole journey, he could actually write a ballad about them. And then
But-
everywhere they
but it
go
will be-
after that, People be like, "Hey, we've heard of you guys. Yeah, and one of Clover's songs."
Yeah, but it'll be like a backhanded compliment kind of song.
Oh, so many
It'll be like they were perfect hirelings or they're perfect like help. And
stooges even.
he'll basically like, okay, if they treat him nicely, they gotta hate him. So if they treat him
Oh yeah,
nicely, he would write like a ballad about his like him doing all the feats that like throughout this entire week travel.
right.
He's the one who like defeats this big wolf or defeats the bandits, and they're just the background characters that sort of help in the ballad.
Yes.
But then they still get recognition for like help defeating or being his underlings.
Yeah.
But it'll still be
And
in a
then like
positive light. Just a
other adventurers, like, you guys got like showed up by a bard? Really?
no. I think it'll be like, oh man, oh you work under Clovis or Clover. I already forget his name.
It's
You work
Clover.
under Clover? Oh my god, I'm such a big fan. You gotta tell me, like, can you get him to sign this for me, kind of thing? And they're just like known as just the helpers or the hirelings or
Yeah.
underlings of Clover. And I bet that'll piss them off even more after they had to deal with him for a week.
Yes. I love it. But
This is
again,
all
if
like,
they're
this is
yeah.
all, what is it, like, hidden score system?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they don't know, like, he's going to write a song about them based on how they treat him.
And he's gonna write a song about them either way. If they're
Yes.
nice to him or if they're
Mean to him.
terrible to him.
But
So
yeah, I think that will be just one of those hidden conditions
yes.
that they'll hear about afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Like,
that'll be
this is a
so
tool we can
funny.
use later.
Oh, that'll be so funny.
So you mentioned a giant wolf. Why don't we throw one of those at them?
Well, I was thinking maybe like that's the little white rabbit leads them to a giant wolf, like a dire wolf.
Nice. Okay.
It's like
So it's running
it
away.
snatches like it kills the rabbit, and they're like, well, we need that fur,
Mm-hmm.
so now we have to kill this thing.
Right. And so they come back with the rabbit pelt, just kind of throw it at him, blood and all.
Yeah, and they could like proclaim that's like, yeah, we had to fight wolf. Then he adds that into his ballad
Yeah,
that he killed the wolf
of course.
to save a pure innocent bunny.
But he wouldn't go chasing off after it.
No,
with
no,
them.
he
would save the
will
carriage.
he will stop in the like on the road and
Yeah.
won't move until that rabbit fur is going to be with him.
Throws a full temper tantrum.
Oh yeah, he's got to be immature.
Oh, yes. So there's that one. What other types of situations could he get himself into? Maybe he hears a stream and he's like, I'm thirsty, I'm getting some water, and like goes down to the stream to get a drink of water. But oh no, the ever wonderful Clover has fallen in the stream and now you have to rescue him.
Yeah, I
think?
think that would be a simple one.
Yeah, so they just have to, like, someone's got to be able to swim. It probably wouldn't be too terribly hard. It's probably not even that deep of a stream. You can most likely just stand up in it, and he's probably just panicking.
Yeah. Oh, is it like the comical moment is just like I'm drowning, and there's like just stand up, and then they stand up,
Yeah.
and it's only like thigh high water.
But then he like clings to their leg, like maybe depending on how they've been treating him up to that point, he'll cling to their leg, be like, "You saved me! Oh, I thought I was going to drown."
Oh no, I think he'll be just like, you must carry me back, hireling, and they just like arms up like a toddler.
Yes, it's like, carry me back to shore. I cannot possibly walk in this torrent. It's just a lazy stream.
This rapids.
Oh yes, definitely rapids. There's like one rock, and it's a pebble.
It's all mossy, so it's like it's very slick and it's not even rigid or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Well, he definitely wouldn't want to walk around on the muddy bottom of the creek, so definitely got to carry him back.
Okay, another encounter.
Okay, what you got?
Let's say that okay, let's say like up ahead they see like bandits ambushing another like traveling group.
Classic bandits.
And like let's say that they already like have the victory basically, and they have like a couple people tied up and they're just scavenging through their wagon and their supplies.
Mhm.
And then Clover like gets up and he like loudly proclaims that they can hear is like, my minion shall defeat you, you evil swine. Get them.
Oh,
And points at
yes.
the bandits.
Yes, every insult you can think to throw at them, he does.
Yeah, you
He just gets them
vagabonds,
madder and
miscreants.
And you gotta know some of them are barbarians. They are going to rage and they are going to be.
And then like yeah, he
So
would
angry.
taunt them, insult them, and then just me like attacking my minions.
Yep, now get him. It's like, you started this whole thing, you get him. I don't fight.
I'm a singer.
It's like, I'm not one of those magic bards. I focus purely on the art of
I
music.
don't need magic for to compensate for this talent.
Or maybe he does do magic and he could just be more annoying with that.
No, I think he'll be like so full of himself that it's like his voice is so good he doesn't need magic.
Yeah. His voice is the magic.
Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's what he says. Which technically, like bards, actually, their voice is their magic.
It's either that
Technically.
or an instrument. They don't have to sing. They can actually even dance to do magic.
They could actually paint to do magic.
That's
I
fascinating.
think.
I did not know that one.
I think so. Maybe.
Bards.
I don't know. Don't quote me. I haven't played a 5th edition bard, so.
I have, but I play music.
Okay, so a standard event where he basically volunteers the party to fight bandits.
Yes. And what he doesn't see is there's actually more bandits than are initially visible. There's some.
Yeah, they were like dragging
watch.
the stuff into the forest and then they come back.
Right. So he doesn't realize how big the bandit party is.
And
It's like it
whatever
starts- maybe
bandit
it's like two
size
guys
you want.
first.
Or that could just turn into a 2-phase kind of fight where
Yeah.
the party defeats the initial one. And then the ones that were taking stuff come back. And then it's like, okay, we have more to fight.
Yep. More of them just creep out of the woods like, hey, what are you doing? I don't know what accent that was.
I don't know. That sounded like just grunt accent.
Yeah, grunt. Yeah, just what I do. Just a grunt. It's my name. Grunt.
Yeah, that's all their names. I'm Grunt. This is Grunt. That's my brother Grunt. That's my cousin Grunt.
No, that's my brother Grunt Jr.
No.
Or no, this is my son Grunt Jr.
I'm like,
There we go.
why is it your brother Grunt Jr. and you're just Grunt?
Because he's Grunt the second.
Oh my god, no.
No, or to be Grunt the third at that point. I think there is a family out there that does exist where all the boys are named the same thing.
Oh, I won't put like past anyone in real life to do that.
Right?
I just like to think that they don't exist.
Yeah, but they probably do.
Okay, so we got 3 things so far.
Do you think there would be a day that goes by where nothing happens?
No, I think every day something stupid has to happen.
Okay,
Because
how
it's
long
supposed
is
to-
this trip? How long does
I
it
thought
take?
I thought we said like a week.
A week? So full 7 days?
Yeah, because I feel like we gotta really push in like the annoyance of him.
Okay.
You know, it has to be a constant hindrance to this entire thing because we don't. It's a very simple quest that we made of just point A to point B and then point B back to point A.
Yeah. I
So
know.
we need like this thing to just hold like what is it like kind of have its own storytelling or like emphasize like the party's supposed to hate him by the end of it.
I think they're gonna hate him at the beginning of it. So
I think that
got
really depends on the
4 more
party.
days to cover then. So we've got him wanting the rabbit, falling in the river, threatening the bandits.
And you can put this in any order you want.
Yes. Perhaps one day he demands a specific food item. Not necessarily macaroni and cheese, but maybe. Let's say he wants venison one night. He demands venison, he will accept nothing else, and he will not let anyone sleep until he has had his venison dinner.
Okay.
someone in the
Also, or
party-
else he like just won't perform if he doesn't get his venison.
Yeah, he'll either refuse to perform or just start making a terrible
Also,
racket.
he likes
Ah, I wouldn't do
it.
that.
He likes it medium well at a specific
Oh.
temperature, and they have to get a survival check
Oh,
to cook it proper, like to the way he wants it.
that's not how you do steak.
Wait,
But yes,
hang on. Hang on.
What?
How do you like your steak?
rare.
No,
Rare and bloody.
medium well. Not medium rare. Medium rare for me.
Okay, medium rare is still acceptable.
No, rare is too uncooked.
Nah, I like it as raw as I can get it. I'm a beast.
Anyways, I
to
want
each their
I
own.
want it bleeding some, but I don't want to hear it still breathing.
So, but we can both agree medium well or well done even not the right way to do it.
No, and I know someone who likes it well done,
Yeah, me too.
and it hurts me. Anyways, so
But he definitely wants it well done, and
no,
but it
I
has
would
to be,
say
like,
well
medium-
done is a little bit
medium well?
too. I want to say medium well because I think that's a smaller like zone to get perfect compared to
Gotcha.
well done or medium. It's like a
What
niche
is
kind of corner.
what is the hardest level of steak to cook? Let's find out.
I think medium rare
Yeah, I don't
because the internal cooking. So if you pull it out, it's still like slowly cooking. That
know.
goes
Yeah,
into the medium. That's why I think medium rare is the hardest one.
gotcha.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah, survival check or something of a similar check to get the steak perfect. And if you get it wrong and you don't have any more steak, you're going hunting again.
venison, yes.
Specifically venison. He knows. He will know. He
Oh,
has
he will know.
a
And he will
refined
throw a
palate.
fit every time you get it wrong.
Such a hissy fit.
Okay, I think that will be a good one.
And like every time they get something wrong, he's like, "It's because you hate me, isn't it? Everybody hates me. They never do anything right."
You
Something
can't
along
find
those lines.
competent help these days.
That too.
Everyone around me is such imbeciles. Okay, I got another one, I think.
Ooh, what you got?
Let's do a story of Narcissus where he falls in love with his own reflection kind of thing.
Oh, fun.
I don't want to do like a pool of water, but what happens if there's like a magic, like maybe they find something amongst the bandits' items
Maybe.
that they find this like cursed mirror.
Because it has to be something they wouldn't have seen on the way there.
Yeah. And let's say
Oh.
this cursed mirror like affects people like based like in the saving throws varies depending on the vanity of the person.
Mm. Yeah.
And if he ever looks into it, he all fails because he's so full of himself.
Oh, heck yeah.
Like he's like true narcissist and all that stuff. So then like if he comes like across it like at night or in the morning while at camp basically, then when the party's like, okay, we're gonna go, he's like he doesn't want to move because he's too busy staring at the mirror. And he like ignores what the party's saying to him. It's like peanut characters moi moi kind of thing.
Yeah. Just
Because
like
he's
no
just
words
so
getting in
concentrated.
those
Yeah, he
ears.
just concentrates so much on the reflection of himself, and that's what the curse is.
Yeah, you can just never stop looking at yourself. Would he even notice at that point if they just pick him up and put him in the wagon?
Yeah, but then that will make the thing so much easier.
Yeah, it
I
really
don't want to
would.
make it easier.
No, that's just the plot solving acorn right there. We do
Yeah.
not want to give them that. Too easy.
So do we do a pond of water like the original story, or should we just not do the narcissism?
How
Right.
about it's a magic tree with a mirror that has been embedded in it? The mirror has like grown into the tree. You know how like if you leave something on a tree kind of just grows around it?
Oh, what happens if like, okay, let's say it's the middle of the night, and well, like the party does that keep watch thing,
Yeah.
and then whoever's on watch hears like a distant just call out, kind of faint voice in the wind, and then if they choose to investigate or not, Clover is going to hear it, and he's going to be drawn into it, and so then either the watch. If they have no watch, then he's just going to be disappeared.
Yeah, he'll just be
And
gone.
then they could easily track him because he's not trying to hide his tracks.
No, easy footprints.
But if someone is watching, then they could like either miss or not see him, or they follow him, and then they'll counter that tree with like an old like kind of mirror, like that oval kind of mirror.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Good
picturing.
old plastic with the filigree on it.
And then
What
like
if there's something trapped in the mirror?
I was gonna say like I was going full like game master description mode.
Nice.
It'll be
Continue.
like the mirror from Harry Potter, where it's just like you see your own reflection, but then you see a very beautiful, elegant woman that's like kind of has like a ghostly presence, but it's just like has like the vapor coming kind of off of her, but she still like has like her full shape, but you can only see her in the reflection of the mirror.
Yes.
And then once you become entranced by it, then she does like the essential like hands running across the face kind of thing, but only interacting with the mirror version.
Yeah.
And then that is like the entrance kind of thing onto Clover.
What if, like, if you stare at the mirror for too long, you actually get pulled into the mirror, and the only way they can get him out is for them to go into the mirror, into like the mirror dimension, and defeat whatever it is that pulled him in there, and it becomes like more like a portal.
Okay, but that would then take this side quest to be much longer.
That could be a 2-day experience.
But then that will make it a 8-day travel then, because they
No.
won't
That
have any
just covers.
progress. Because it
Good
takes
point, yeah.
7 days to get there, then 7 days to get back.
So here's a fun. What if when they come out of the mirror, they're actually closer? They've moved. It's a different mirror.
No,
They lost
I
the
think
wagon.
I think it's just like she's just charming him, and you could see like in front of the mirror is just like some bones of people who just died in front of the mirror. And if they ever like forcefully pull him away, then the reflection woman is going to get really upset, turn into a grotesque form, and then come out of the mirror.
Like a wraith of some sort.
Yeah, or yeah, it's kind of like
Maybe a hag, even.
a banshee kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay, I like that better.
And then like attack the party. But then he is still entranced by her.
Would you say that the best way out of the situation without causing a fight would be to destroy the mirror? Just instantly punch it, shatter it?
Oh yeah, if they ever decide to destroy the mirror, then you could see like her just fading and all that stuff, or get sucked into the fragments of the mirror.
Yeah, like in, I think it was, I don't remember what the movie was, but there was a scene with, it was the Brothers Grimm movie. It's a scene with the evil queen, and she, in the mirror, is beautiful and glorious, but in real life is just a shriveled corpse that can still move, and it's kind of disturbing.
I haven't seen that movie in like 20 years, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and when they break the mirror, you can still see just like one of the shards is just her eye, and she's like looking around, and she's still stuck in there. She's just in pieces now. I mean, this is all like, descriptive flavor,
Yeah,
but that's what I'm thinking about.
but it'll be perfect. That'll be something like if they're fast enough, they could break the mirror, in which then there's no fight.
There could
Or
be a
if-
small side effect, maybe like a minor curse that only lasts for a couple days that affects whoever breaks the mirror.
Like what
Gotta
kind
have
of
some
curse?
I don't know, like they can't say the word "the" for some odd reason. Like it doesn't work.
Or
Every time they do, they
how
hiccup.
about whoever breaks a mirror, they will have
Unlucky.
nightmares about this woman,
Ooh.
in which then like it always ends with her screaming and like shattering into pieces, and they have to make a saving throw in order to actually have it be considered a full rest, like night's rested sleep.
Yeah. Bring on the exhaustion.
And
I like it.
yeah, it's either like getting exhaustion or don't get their spell slots back or anything like that.
Mhm.
It'll only happen for like 2 nights.
Yeah. It doesn't last long, but it's annoying.
Yeah, it's like that is like the curse that's like she has on them. Okay,
Yes. I've lost count.
okay. I think that was the 4th.
So we had that was definitely the fifth. I remember having 4. So
Oh,
there's the rabbit.
4th is venison. That's the
Yeah.
5th. Okay.
Okay, so we got the rabbit, the
Rabbit leads to a direwolf. We
yes,
got
rabbit
the
leads to a direwolf.
the stream drowning.
Yes.
Or washway
drowning without drowning.
stream. Oh, for the stream thing, maybe or it's either he wants to go get water because he's thirsty,
Yeah.
or like they're crossing over a bridge and he's being dumb and falls over.
Could also be a thing.
Yeah,
Somehow he falls in the water, but it's not deadly.
no,
He's just being dramatic.
I was gonna say over dramatic. Yes. Then
What was-
there's the bandits.
Oh yes, bandits.
Get them
And
my
then the
minions.
venison.
The venison, and then the cursed mirror
First mirror. So we're at 5. 2 more. Gotta have drama every day.
or night.
Or night. Yeah, something could happen in the well, the mirror thing happened in the night, right?
We just had something happen in the night.
Yeah, I was gonna say that either that one can be the whole day goes by and nothing goes wrong, which will make them suspicious, or that will be like the night of the last one going wrong.
Oh yeah, that could be it. What else could he do to lead them into hindrance?
Hmm.
I
I feel like it just has to be more demanding of things.
Yeah, but like what? Or like something has to happen where he would take control and piss off the party.
So what if one day he's like, I'm bored, I want to drive the carriage, and takes, control of the reins and starts driving, but he doesn't know how to drive, so his actions then lead to whatever is pulling the carriage, be it horses or some other sort of animal, freaking out and taking off. and the party now has to deal with a runaway carriage.
Okay. When you were kind of describing that, I had the thought of what happens if he takes control and then because he can't really manage it or anything like that, he causes the wagon slash carriage to grind onto the carriage that's going the opposite direction of random traveler,
Oh,
and then causes both carriages like wheels to break. And so now the party has to deal with an angry person and they need to fix their carriage.
which hopefully doesn't take too long.
So it's either like we'll pay you for compensation for them,
Yeah.
and they have to figure out how to fix like one or two wheels, and then it would just be like all the entire time. Clover would be like, "It's clearly that guy's fault,"
Oh yes, it was all his fault. He ran into us.
or blame one of the party members.
Oh, for sure. Especially if they're trying to get the reins away from him.
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, look what you've done."
Yes. Now look what you've caused. So yeah, I think causing a minor accident like that, like
It wouldn't
maybe
be too
even
much
just
of a hindrance.
breaking the other person's wheel would be okay too. Like you could probably roll to see how bad the damage is. How long you let him have the reins could also lead to that.
Yeah, I think that's like a variant of how much time you want to kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Your turn.
Oh, don't force it on me. That
I
last
know.
one
I'm
was
trying to
kind of a
think too.
both of us kind of thing. Come on.
It was. I know. I'm trying to think of something, but
I know, it's just like, I don't
what if
know.
there is just an entire day of him not causing a problem?
No, we have to have the party hate him. This has to be torture.
They're gonna hate him by this point.
No, yes, I agree, but it has to be torture for them. This entire thing has
7
to.
full
You
days of
know,
torture.
oh, if the game master wants to like come up with his or her own ideas and like have them more, we're just trying to come up with like one a day kind of thing.
True, there could be more.
Yeah, they could add more to make it even more annoying, but I just want like at least once a day for us.
Okay.
And I understand that it's like adding much more hindrance to us because we can't think of anything. I'm just stalling for time right now so that I
How
can
about
think of
it's
something.
how about it's another one of those I want that situations where he sees some beautiful flowers and wants to go get them. And if anyone in the party has a good enough like nature
Oh
check
no no no!
or
Sorry
something like
sorry.
that.
Sorry to interrupt.
What?
I got some idea.
What do you got? What do you
This
got?
requires D&D 5th edition though.
Oh no.
He's like he sees like a very bright sunny like meadowy area,
Yeah.
and he's like, I want to take a break. And like the
Let's take
band that like goes and lays down on like that like sunny, nice viewed area.
hmm
And when he goes and lays there, turns out that he's resting on a shambling mound.
Oh no, not a shambling mound.
I mean that like establishes like minimum level the party needs to be, but I thought that would be just funny.
Or like some form of equivalent of shambling mound.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he sees a beautiful hill covered in flowers and thinks, "Oh, that'd be the perfect place for a picnic. Let's stop here."
My arse is too sore from this wooden wagon, this piece of crap wagon that you forced me to ride on.
Meanwhile, he's got like all the cushions.
Oh, he still complains about it, even if he has all the cushions.
Oh yeah, total princess in the pea moment there.
And so he's like, I demand to take a break.
Yes. It's like, you're almost there. You're one day away. Please, no more delays. But nope, demands must be met.
Or else I won't play.
Yeah, so then the mound attacks and you have to save his butt again.
And it'll be even worse because like maybe the shambling mound is just like trying to target him, or the entire time he's on top of the back of it while the shambling mound is attacking them, and they can't do like area of effect spells, or else it will hit
Or
him
maybe
as well.
it has grabbed him and it's just holding him the whole time.
I mean, this could be just like a home-brewed version where it's just like
Yes.
entangled in 5th edition, but he's entangled onto the beast's back.
Like
So
his foot gets caught or something.
no, it's like vines come up and actually like pin him down on his back,
Oh, gotcha.
while the shambling mound is just attacking the rest of the party members.
Kind of like a bra rabbit in the tar baby moment.
I don't know what that is or what that referencing.
It's a very old story about a rabbit, and as a joke, someone makes a tar puppet, like just kind of like it's just sitting there. It's not doing anything. And they put like clothes on it and make it look like a person. And the rabbit comes up and talks to him, and he's just like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And then it devolves into, "Why won't you answer to me? You think you're better than me?" And then he punches him, and his arm gets caught in the tar. So then he tries to kick him, and his foot gets caught in the tar. And then he just gets all kinds of messed up because he's stuck to the tar baby.
That is a weird story.
Yeah, it's an old one. Have you
Yeah,
ever
clearly
been
that's
on
an old.
Splash Mountain?
I've been on Splash Mountain.
Yeah, that's Briar Rabbit and Briar Bear.
Okay.
There's a Briar Weasel too. Yeah,
No one
those
pays
guys.
attention to the story of Splash Mountain. They're just all looking forward to the last like dive.
I watched the cartoon.
I never did. Okay.
It was
Anyways,
a book.
so it's basically
I don't-
like him screaming the entire every turn. He's just like screaming, demanding like the incompetent help to save him.
And
It's
if anyone does get up there and like try to pull him off, he's just freaking out and smacking anything that gets close to him. He's got his eyes shut, so he
Well,
doesn't
no,
know
it's
what's
I was
grabbing him.
picturing like all four limbs is like
Yeah.
pinned and all that stuff. So he can't
if you,
smack
like-
around or anything. He's just yelling and screaming.
If they do start pulling him out, though, I imagine him attacking his savior, because
Yeah.
he's got his eyes shut and he's just panicking.
It'll be more difficult than saving the actual person. Okay.
Alright.
We got 7. They get back.
We did it.
We already established the ending. So,
Yeah.
quick run through of this entire thing.
All right.
Party
Tavern
goes
is
to
going
a
out of-
near abandoned tavern or like a really like slow business tavern. Tavern
And
is slow.
they're down and out. They're not doing great. They used to be fabulous, but Fantasy Hooters moved in and is taking all the business.
Yes. And then he's like, okay, well, I hired, like, this is my last chance of, like, saving this business. I hired this very special bard who had a job hosting here. He demanded that we send an escort to escort him here. He's in this city that's 7 days away. Please go get him, bring him back.
Yep.
And
Trip there, no events, nothing happens. It's a pretty easy trip.
yeah, like, purposely make a very quiet trip.
Oh yeah, it is just cake.
And then they get him. He's being a fuss. He demands a better carriage, or if they don't have a carriage.
Yes.
If you want to be an extra jerk, if they don't have a carriage and they get a carriage, he's like, no, you need a better carriage. And then they go get a better carriage. It's the more macaroni, more cheese kind of moment.
Yeah.
Then on the 7 days back, count them. Once a rabbit and the rabbit leads to a direwolf.
Yep.
He accidentally falls into a stream in which he slightly floats away
Just kind of,
and
maybe.
needs to be rescued.
I mean, you can make it a swimming situation, or
Well,
just have
I'm
it
saying
be
like a gentle
you know.
stream, so he's like only
Yeah.
moving like 1 mile per hour kind of like stream.
Yeah, he's not.
But
going
he's
very far.
acting like it's rabbits.
Yes.
Bandits that he will call the attraction of, in which then he will sick the party at them.
Yep. We're like, get them, my minions.
He suddenly wants venison for dinner at medium well that
Yes.
needs to be cooked perfectly. 5 was mirror, cursed
mirror moment.
mirror.
Middle of the night.
6 was
What was 6?
this is how dumb we are. We forget our own things that we just made up.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
Well, that's why we're recording this, right?
I mean, it doesn't help with us now.
No, it doesn't. 6 happens. 6 definitely happens.
Oh my god, what was 6? This
Um,
looks really bad on us right now.
This is every day for me.
Well,
We'll
7
listen
was
to
the
it later.
shambling amount.
Yeah, we'll go back and listen to it later and be like, that was number 6.
Oh, 6 was he wanted to take a ride on the carriage, drive the carriage, and he broke someone else's
right.
carriage.
Yes, the carriage crash.
Aha.
Got it.
I'm smart.
Oh, thank you.
I has
would've
good
not-
memory. Okay, so those 7 things can happen. Add more
free to
if you
add
think
more.
of funnier things to do. He gets back to the tavern. He performs if the party actually does the right things to make sure that he does perform. They get
Yep.
paid. He
Yep.
performs all that stuff. Depending on the actual attitude the party gives throughout or presents to Clover throughout, he'll make a very negative, sneering ballad that maybe weeks or months later that will come back to haunt them. Or
Yeah.
if it was positive, he'll make a positive ballad, but he is the main hero and they are just merely underlings, but they still did good to help the mighty Clover.
maybe if they make a very good impression on him, he'll let them be the main characters. But
No, I don't think
only
so.
if,
No,
only if they
this
treat.
has to be just another like f you to the party. He's going to be still annoying even
Yeah,
after.
nah, he wouldn't.
It has
He
to
wouldn't be
be. It has to be annoying.
Yeah.
Also, he will then go down to Fantasy Hooters the night after because he likes the ladies with the big hoo ha's, and the initial tavern is going to close no matter what because of it.
Yep. This entire quest is pointless anyway.
And this is just
Yay!
purely for comic joy for the game master, for us, and maybe even the party
Yeah.
years down the road when they're not as frustrated about Clover. Uh, I think that is a wrap. Thank you
Yep.
for listening to our podcast. If you have any suggestions of your own, or if you want to tell us how the party reacted to Clover, let us know on Twitter at QuestboardPod. And with that, I wish you all a good night.
Happy questing.